Happy Friday, Year 5. Welcome to World Book Day and welcome to our final day of home learning reading lessons. So I hope you're all suitably dressed for World Book Day and that you're inspired to read as much as possible today and do lots of different activities. This is task 1 of 2 for World Book Day in Year 5. I've also explained task 2, which is a creative challenge for you in the second part of this reading lesson. It is also attached in the home learning document with an explanation and some examples for you too. So we're going to read this newspaper article about World Book Day and how important it is to read. They will answer some questions on it, and then you'll be able to fully understand the importance of reading and have a go at the challenge afterwards once you've got this completed. So I'm going to read it with you, you're going to follow along with me, and we're going to look at the questions then together afterwards. So, World Book Day, the importance of reading. Bare bookshelves across Britain. So bare bookshelves across Britain is the headline. Okay, that is the main story, okay? And we want to know the importance of reading, and then we have a little subtitle here about the bare bookshelves across Britain. So let's get started. The National Literacy Trust has reported that thousands of children around the UK do not own one book. A shocking amount of UK school children, around 770,000, that's nearly 750,000 children, don't own a single book. The National Literacy Trust research found that children aged 8 to 18 years who own a book are 15 times more likely to read above the level expected for their age. Okay, so already we can see the importance of reading. We can see that nearly 750,000 children in the UK don't own a single book, and this puts them at a massive disadvantage. People who own books and who read regularly are 15 times more likely to read above their age level. So that means if you're 10 years of age like you are and you read often, then it's very likely you're reading above the level of a 10-year-old. You're probably reading at the level of maybe 11, 12-year-old, even 13-year-old, if not higher. Author of the popular How to Train a Dragon books and National Literacy Trust Ambassador, Cressida Cowell, said that owning just one book can make a huge difference. And I absolutely agree with her. If you have one book that you love, it can make such a big difference and make you love reading and read for pleasure more often. And I know so many of you love Cressida Cowell and the books that she's written. So she is the ambassador for the National Literacy Trust. Okay, let's move down here and look at why do books matter. So we have another subtitle here in the newspaper report. Why do books matter? Reading is a vital skill which you need throughout your life. Having the ability to read allows you to achieve many things. Unfortunately, many children in the UK are missing out on the chance to reach their full potential due to the fact that they only access books at school. There is plenty of evidence to suggest that children who read for enjoyment, we have a colon here and then we have a list, so evidence that children who read for enjoyment or read for pleasure, they perform better in reading tests. They develop a wider vocabulary. They have greater general knowledge. They have a better understanding of other cultures. They develop greater empathy. That means you're able to relate to other people, you're able to put yourself in their shoes and understand them. You're able to learn better problem-solving skills for reading and enjoy improved relationships with others. So you get on with people better and have improved well-being. Okay, so it means you're happier. So reading is just so important. Books are so important, not just for school, not just so you have something to read or to pass the time, but all these other elements as well, and improving your relationships with others, your interpersonal skills, and developing your knowledge and tolerance of other cultures. Now we have a quote here from Roald Dahl. If you are going to get anywhere in life, you have to read a lot of books. Okay, that is the quote from Roald Dahl, a very, very famous author. Remember, we read some of his biography called Boy. So let's continue. In fact, reading for pleasure impacts more on children's achievement at school than their social or economic background. So that means it doesn't matter where you come from, what background you have, what your home life is like. If you read and you read for pleasure, you can really, really achieve a lot at school. Okay, so we have another subtitle here in the newspaper report. When should we read? Reading should be a part of our everyday lives, but the benefits are stronger when reading is undertaken through free choice rather than because we have to. It should be happening at home as well as in school, which is why the number of children who do not own any books is worrying. So that is the encouragement of the reading record, is you choose the own book you want from the library that you want to read. It is your free choice. We read books in school together, but then as your homework with the reading record, you read a book of your choice and you have ownership over that, which really, really helps. And it's important to do that daily as well and to do it out of your own motivation. That's when should we read? Who should read? Another subtitle. Well, everybody should read. The positive effects of reading are there for all. If children are too young to read themselves, then it is important to read to them, to talk to them, and to surround them with books. That's why when you're in nursery, before you can read, the use of picture books are so important, so that you're still understanding text, you're hearing stories, and you're hearing new vocabulary all the time. So, finally, how can World Book Day help? World Book Day, created by UNESCO, that is an acronym, in 1995 to celebrate reading, is a one-day charitable festival with a focus on books, authors, and reading. So it is actually a festival, it's a celebration of different books, of different writers, and really promoting reading. Children are given an opportunity to talk about their favourite books. So that's something we'll do in our briefings. Learn more about their favourite authors and explore new stories and authors. Each year on World Book Day, school children in the UK are given a £1 voucher to spend on special titles to put towards other books. Okay, so in recent years, I'm not sure what will happen this year, but you get the £1 voucher to go to a bookshop and put towards a book. This means that children should be able to get at least one new book each year, encouraging a love of reading and books in all. So in everybody, hopefully the idea of World Book Day is that a love of reading and books is encouraged. And like the article said at the start, there's nearly 750,000 children in the UK without a single book. If World Book Day contributes to voucher, they can have one book per year at least. So over a number of years, they would end up with a collection. Okay, so that is the text. We're going to look at the questions. Now, the questions are attached to your document that you have in the home learning sheet. They're not separate like other days. Okay, so the first one, I'm going to talk through it with you. I'm going to explain how you're going to answer it, then you're going to do it yourself. Reading is a vital skill which you need throughout your life. What does vital mean? Tick 1. Okay, that's a quote from the text. You might want to go back. You're going to apply your knowledge today of all the skills you've learned in recent weeks. Maybe go back to the text, read around, and find what word matches vital the best. Then, number 2, match the question to the correct answer. So here's a question. How many children in the UK do not own their own book? And you need to match it with the answer. If children own books, how many more times likely are they to read above their expected level for their age? Okay, you need to match that. And in which year did UNESCO create World Book Day? Again, match your answer. Number 3, give 2 benefits of reading for pleasure. So you need to find the section of the newspaper report where they talk about reading for pleasure and the benefits or the positives about reading for pleasure. I need to write down 2 benefits, which are good things about that. Number 4, why do you think the author included a Roald Dahl quote? So we have a quote from Roald Dahl in the text. And why do you think the author of this newspaper report wanted to include something from Roald Dahl as your own opinion? Number 5, find and copy a word from the newspaper report which shows that it's surprising that so many people do not own books. You're going to have to go through the newspaper report and find one word, not a phrase, one word that shows it's surprising that so many people do not own books. Okay, then you'll go to number 6. Number 6, why do you think reading is more beneficial if undertaken through free will? Explain your answer. Okay, again, this is why do you think you have the opportunity to use your own opinion. However, I would try and use evidence from the text to support your answer. You can't just write down anything. You need to go back to the section where it talks about reading for choice and reading for pleasure. Free will means of your own choice, of your own accord. So I would really answer that with supporting evidence. Similarly, number 7, why do you think that Cressida Cowell said just one book can make a huge difference? And number 8, do you think that World Book Day has a positive impact on reading? Explain your answer. And that is kind of like a very small big question. Again, I would use a point and an evidence here to answer that correctly. Okay, so there are the questions. They're attached to your sheet and to the text. So if you want to pause the video here, go and complete the questions, then come back and we will read through the answers together and we'll see how you got on. Okay, right, let's have a look at the answers. Reading is a vital skill. What does vital mean? Tick 1, and it was essential. Okay, so well done if you got that correct. Number 2, matching. How many children in the UK do not own a book? 770,000. If children own books, how many more times likely are they able to read above the expected level for their age? It was 15. And in what year did UNESCO create World Book Day? It was 1995. Well done. Now give 2 benefits of reading for pleasure. You had the option of all these. It was where we had the comma for the list. And all the benefits of reading for pleasure. If you wrote down any of these 2, then you get 2 marks. So well done. Number 4. Why do you think the author included a Roald Dahl quote? Okay, so this is your own response, but things like I think a Roald Dahl quote was used as children are familiar with this author. Okay, so he's a famous author. He's an inspiring author, so probably the author wanted to use a quote from him to emphasize the importance of reading. Number 5. Find and copy a word from the newspaper report which shows that it is surprising that so many children do not own books. Okay, and that was shocking. Shocking was the only answer you could have used. So shocking is the answer for number 5. Number 6. Why do you think reading is more beneficial if undertaken through free will, so that's of your own choice? So any explanation that you gave linked to the text, remember evidence I said, so children will enjoy the reading more, so will be more likely to enjoy the benefits of reading for pleasure. If you enjoy the book you're reading, then you'll grow a love for reading and reading for pleasure. Number 7. Why do you think that Cressida Cowell said that just one book can make a huge difference? So again, any explanation that you gave that links to the text with evidence. So children who own a book are 50 times more likely to read above the level expected for their age. Okay, just if you have one book, if you keep reading, you will achieve so much. Okay, that is the point that they're trying to get across. Again, a quote will really help. And number 8. Do you think World Book Day has a positive impact on reading? I said to treat this like a little big question with a point and evidence. So having a fun day devoted to reading has a positive effect because it reminds children that they can read for pleasure rather than just they have to go to school. Okay, so books that we read in school, yes, we read them together. We hope you enjoy them, but books at home that you read through your own free will really create that reading for pleasure. Okay, so if you gave a quote to support that, then you definitely get your marks. Okay, so I'm going to let you go now and enjoy the rest of World Book Day, enjoy the little challenges we've set for you and enjoy the creative challenge that we've also set for you as well. So I'm going to let you go. Have a lovely Friday, have a lovely weekend, and we'll see you all on Monday. Bye.